Folks, this is Lose Control every Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. here on 93.3 CFMU. Let me tell you about the show first. We're going to talk to Ginger St. James following the MP3 of the week at 4 o'clock, so stay tuned for that. We were going to hook up with Ginger last week, and we got caught up with the Lock Street Festival, so I promised Ginger that I would, talk to her, and I'm looking forward to talking to her about her new record as well. She's at the Binbrook Fair. Wow, what is it with all these phonetical problems today? Ho, ho, ho. At the Binbrook Fair, she will be performing. And last week she just had an amazing show at the Casbah for her CD release party. So we'll talk to Ginger and play some of her music during the show today. Our friend Rob Sweeney gives us the MP3 of the week. And you know what? If you guys are into the Memphis rock a la Big Star, then this is a good one. I bought the record when it came out because I couldn't believe that, a band like this had slipped under my radar. It was like, what? So I'm not saying much more other than you have to listen to 4 o'clock to figure out what it is. Normally, I'm joined by 3 hooligans, which today I'm only going to be joined by one who's coming in shortly because he purchased a new car today. So Manolis has picked up a new car, so I guess he's just on his way down from getting insurance. Gavin couldn't make it couldn't hang out with us today, and Ben couldn't make it because he was busy with work in Burlington. So, having said that, we've got a whole bunch of music. We're going to take care of some requests. You can always find out more about the show if you join us on Facebook. So if you go to Lose Control, LOU''S Control, you'll figure it out, and you can be a member of this fine gang who love music. Supercrawl's happening this week. That's pretty amazing. I can't remember where I just read it last, but they were talking about the growth of Supercrawl, like the first year having 3,000, and 5 years later, going on their 6th year, they're expecting over 100,000 people. Wow. So it tells you a lot about our city, doesn't it? And it tells you a lot about things that are going on and how other people are excited about it as well, because they've got this whole special train service happening with the GO to accommodate to accommodate out-of-towners coming into... Hold on, I'm just going to turn over my phone so I don't get distracted. I'm getting a bunch of texts here. But to also accommodate a bunch of the out-of-towners that are coming in. So... It's a great weekend. Hamilton should be proud, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that's happening. There's a huge fashion syndicate that's happening. That's one area that they've really kind of paid more attention to and really grown. So Blackbird and a bunch of other places are combining efforts and really kind of putting on this mega fashion component. So that's a really big thing. Circus Orange again are participating. 3 great stages, or maybe 4 of really great things that are happening. It's a great time to be in Hamilton, so spread the word as well, right? Okay, 3:13 and change. While we await Manolis to come down with his new car, we'll start by spinning some music. Someone requested some music from the Sonic Rendezvous Band. That's where I know that, there's cool people that listen to this show, because when people are dropping me little messages going, hey, Lou, can you play some music from the Sonic Rendezvous Band? Then that's pretty, that's as good as it gets for a guy that hosts a show like me. So this is a beauty. Sonic Rendezvous from a compilation entitled Motor City's Burnin'. This is Electrophonic Tonic on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU, music there from the Waldos from Rent Party. You heard a song called Sorry. Before that, Sonic Rendezvous Band. Now listen to this lineup, okay? Talk about crazy lineups that absolutely are no-brainers, and voila, listen to it. Fred Sonic Smith, teaming up with Scotty Morgan. Sorry, I've got a cold too, or I'm fighting allergies or something, right? It's just... it's affecting my thinking. Scott Ashton on drums and Gary Rasmussen on bass. These guys got together and did a bunch of shows in Michigan and laid down this great rock and roll format, because if you listen to bands like the Helicopters, for example, I think everything that Sonic Rendezvous band did in terms of melody and hooks and riffs and guitar parts and everything like that, this band basically, you knew that the Helicopters were true fans. They put it to a different tempo, but a lot of the times those melody and hook lines are all Sonic Rendezvous stuff. And thankfully the Helicopters did all that, and they paid homage to a great band because they too had all these great records that came out. It is 3:21 and change if you're just joining us. How you doing? Sort of an allergic version of Lose Control. Sorry, folks. I've been drinking a lot of water too. It's like, just so much going on. Anyways, busy time of the year, folks. It's Supercrawl. Supercrawl. Expecting over 100,000 people. And as I said, I read somewhere recently that the first year they had 3,000 people. And then 5 years later, there's 100,000 people. That's an amazing amount of growth. It's unbelievable. Congratulations to those guys that are doing a fine job and also representing us well. So the Hamilton Spectator is going to have a whole Supercrawl section tomorrow. And Graham Rockham's going to cover all the stages and give you all the set times and everything, as well as stories. Rick Taylor will as well in the Hamilton Music Notes. I Heart Hamilton will cover the Supercrawl as well as gunnersmith.ca. Those are places that you can immediately go to get information. Also check out the Hamilton Music Scene page on Facebook if you're a member, or if you want to join, you should. And then, of course, there's posters and things everywhere in the city. And visit their website as well, their Facebook page. We're going to continue on with some music. You know how sometimes when you just have a little bit of time just to listen to some music that you haven't heard in a while, and then, certain times, you really get into a band and then you start listening to other stuff and you stop listening to them for a while. And then when you listen to them again because you really miss them, you realize how good they are. This band did it for me just a couple of days ago, or maybe, 3 or 4 days ago. Just kind of revisiting this particular record in particular. The Dirt Bombs from We Have Surrounded You, or We Have You Surrounded, sorry. We'll play a couple of tracks off this particular record. You're listening to 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU, music there from the Dirt Bombs, from We Have You Surrounded. You heard two songs, Sherlock Holmes as well as Leopard Man at C&A. I don't know, folks. I just read you the titles. Lo and behold, look who shows up. Holy smokes.
Hey, dude.
How you doing? Congratulations on your car.
Yes, I bought a car.
Yeah.
I had to.
Now, did you move all the garbage from your old car into the new car?
Well, I just moved stuff, and then I left the garbage in the old car.
You did, eh?
Like the water bottles and pizza.
If those
containers.
floors could talk, right?
Oh, that car. You know what's funny? Like, everybody's been in that car.
Yeah.
It's funny that it's going to the junkyard. Like, Johnny Winter's been in that car.
I know. You should have collected signatures. Andy Chernoff.
Andy Chernoff.
Ross the Boss.
Ross the Boss has been on that car.
Handsome Dick.
Yes, Handsome Dick's been on that car. Anybody else?
I'm trying to think.
It's all people through you pretty well.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a history, right?
Yeah.
You've been it's been a limousine to the rock and roll.
I know.
I know, your car.
It says a lot about those people, how like they low maintenance. Yeah, that car, it was a 95. The passenger window didn't work. It was like there was no air conditioning. It was garbage.
But when you turned the fan on and it blew all that hot air, that was nice.
Yeah.
that was great.
That always made me feel good.
So did you have kind of like a letting go issue of the car?
No, not at
all. Eh? You just you had that enough,
done.
Right? Done.
Get out.
You had a lot of kilometers on it.
Yeah, it was like 400,000, I think, or something like that.
Wow. Well, you see, every time you went to places like Ottawa, I would always worry when I found out that you were going with your car.
Oh, I know. The last 6 months been the worst, because I'm always like, when I did, I think I did Montreal not that long ago, or it was Ottawa, I think, and I was like, I don't know. Let's see how this goes, you know.
They got you there and back.
Yeah, it's Honda Accords are good cars, even when they're in rough shape, they're still kind of good.
Right. And you just thought enough is enough, right? We're going to put it through.
Well, no, I would have kept driving it.
Except you couldn't get through the
emissions test. The law told me I couldn't drive it anymore.
Right. They told you.
Yeah, the law. You can't fight the law. The law always wins.
Yeah, for sure, man. They beat you and your car up, didn't they?
Yeah. But I
gave you a KO.
I've been at the border with that car, pulled over at gunpoint, like stuff like that.
I know.
Tons of stuff's happened in that car.
Country of origin
has happened.
And had that car, right?
Had that car, man.
You know what? It's funny. You should have done like a little sort of a video homage to everything that you've done with the car. You know, it'd be kind of funny.
Too bad we can't shrink cars, eh? Just shrink them to like like a toy car,
right?
And then you just keep it.
It'd be like cremating it, but to the size of a dinky car.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It'd be perfect. What's going on with you?
I'm here hanging out with you now. We've got a busy Supercrawl ahead.
Is it this weekend? You're playing.
We're playing 245 on Saturday.
On Saturday?
And then Teenage Heads playing.
Is that the main stage right by where?
No, it's on the stage. It's not the main stage. It's the TD Arkell stage right at James and Wilson.
James and Wilson. Oh, okay. Okay, is that right by Dr. Disc?
Yeah, not very far from Dr. Disc. So Dr. Disc is on Wilson Street, between Wilson and Houston.
Uh-huh.
And so we'll be right on the corner.
That's awesome. Are you excited? How's the show's been going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I quit my job.
What?
No.
I was like, don't do that.
Not fully kidding.
I'm a rock star now.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun.
Cool,
it was a lot
man.
of fun. Yeah. The video was great. We had a lot of fun.
The video was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, so did we.
Yeah,
it was a lot of
done.
Fun. Those guys did a great job doing it.
They did an amazing job.
I was kind of really surprised and shocked to see how great of a job it was. Not for their abilities, it's just like, you never know until you see it, right?
When you watch all the grunt work of it just looks like what I don't know.
Until they put it together and the editing and, all that was magical.
I had a good feeling it was going to work out. Seeing what's the camera's guy's name again?
Phil. Big Phil.
When I saw some of the angles he was catching, I was like,
he loves playing with angles.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I got allergies now.
What form?
Allergies. I don't know. Like, I think this time of the year. No. It's that time of the year.
Yeah, it's that time.
It's that time of the year. Like, once we start getting towards the end of the baseball season, boom, it hits me. It normally hits me between now or when the baseball playoffs start. But within, the couple of weeks into September.
You're allergic to baseball?
No, it's that time frame where I know I'm going to start, I'll get hit with something.
What if you get drunk? Will that make it go away?
Nah, I don't think so. It's there. It's in the blood. It looks for me. It's like, oh, it got me again. Have you
done the Benadryl?
Yeah, I've been taking some other drill stuff. I don't know. There's something else that I've got on my fridge that I've been taking.
The Benadryl makes you too loopy. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't make me loopy at all. It just kind of makes me feel the same way. But at night, last night I felt a little bit more relief. I just got this actually.
You know what might make you feel better? Percocets.
Can you imagine being stoned into my head because I've got allergies?
Won't make you forget.
Yeah.
Or happy that you have allergies.
Yeah, you know what? I'm afraid to forget.
I'm not.
No, you like forgetting?
Yeah. I can't wait for Alzheimer's.
That's
seems like a good life.
Getting away with everything you want to get away with.
Yeah.
Right? Oh man. 3:37 and change. Manolis coming in telling us the good news that you bought a new car. It's a 2007
Honda Accord.
Another Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You should be a spokesperson for every used Honda. Hey man, I'm Manolis. I've been buying Honda Accords used, and they're good cars. You should check them out.
If you don't think I like them, check out ththese rock stars. They love it.
Yeah, and then have these little clips. Handsome Dick, right? It was A-OK! Right?
Yeah.
Funny. What color?
Gray.
Was that a color that you wanted?
No, my guys at my garage, they said, just find me a Honda, dude. That's all they need. Find me a good Honda.
Right.
Could have been a Civic, could have been anything.
Right.
So it's gray. It's like, almost looks like, I would say more of a family car. I don't want
2-door or 4-door?
4-door.
Oh, you went with 4-door this time, man. Enough of your friends going in and out.
Yeah. I hate it. Hate it moving that seat and waiting for everybody. Seems like everybody that sits in a back seat doesn't know how to get in a back seat or get out of a back seat. No one knows. And you know what no one also knows how to do? To move the seat. They try to get in and out. They don't know to move the seat up so they can get out. I can't fit. You gotta move the seat up so you can get out, man. And then they'll leave the seat up. And,
You know what? I admit I've been subjected to this, but you have a weird car the way it's laid out. That's the problem with the seats. I think you either have them angled or something, but it's difficult trying to get out and to be comfortable a bit.
Did you get out of a car? Is it difficult, Lou?
No. With your car, it seems like you're always having to do that extra couple of sit-ups to get up, right?
Yeah, but you're grown men. You're not children. It's a 2-door Honda Accord.
I'm just saying in comparison to the comfort of every other car that I try to get out of a back seat. Your car is difficult. Like, I think it's one of those quagmire things that if you have someone in there, it's like, come on, baby, try to get into the back seat. Oh, I can't. I'm trying, but I can't. That's like, that's how I feel subjected to it. It's like, it's hard to get out of that back seat. You normally have to grab the corner of your
scaffolding and ropes.
Yeah. Okay, hoist me up, boys. I'm ready.
Yeah, I hated that. I want this car to look like, I want people to think like he's a family man.
You know what? I had this great segue set up to go into the song.
Oh, sorry.
No, now we've been talking about the car. There's absolutely no way that I could even kind of correct myself to get back into that direction of going into a segue.
What's the song?
Well, maybe that's what we should just leave it at that. Here's some music from Hawkwind, Psychedelic Warlords on 93.3 CFMU.
That's Dr. spelled DR, disc.ca. Or search Dr. Disc Hamilton on Twitter and Facebook.
93.3 CFMU. You heard the music there of the Brian Jonestown Massacre from their record entitled, listen how, gutsy these guys were. They called their record their Satanic Majesty's Second Request, which is kind of interesting because the Rolling Stones obviously had their first album, or not their first album, but they were the ones that first had the Satanic Majesty's Request. These guys called their record their Satanic Majesty's Second Request.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, it's kind of gutsy, isn't it? Before that, you heard music from Hawkwind, and you heard Psychedelic Warlords from Hall of the Mountain Grill. 3:53 and change. Manolis sitting with me. The proprietor of a new car. Oh, it's great. Like, now, are you going to put more emphasis towards not messing it up? And
I'm going to try to keep it cleaner, yeah.
Yeah, really?
I'm going to try.
I was just going to say either that, or can I be the first person to dispose something in the car?
What is that you want to dispose of?
That's great. Now you have a question there. Come on, you have to understand, dude. It's a new car. A water bottle, like just everything that you had, like banana peels, all that stuff that went in there. I sat on your fruit that day in the back seat. As weird as that may sound, but
I know
there was a bag that I realized, what the hell am I sitting on? And
I don't like
realized
littering.
I'm sitting on 2 apples. No, you're right. You don't like littering.
Well, I figured I'll eventually get it to a garbage.
Yeah.
But for now on, I could just hover my car off the ground.
What were you doing with Russell Peters?
Oh, he was DJing on Saturday at some club in Toronto.
Yeah.
And he was DJing from 12 to 3. And
in the afternoon?
Yeah, in the afternoon, because that's when everybody likes to do their drugs and party.
Right.
And so I knew I was doing Mississauga, and Patrick told me he had an extra pass.
Does Mr. Saga know?
And I thought, what the hell? Okay, I'll go. Right. There was a pass for me to get into the club.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like a pass to get to Russell. I didn't realize there was this other section to get, like, it's just to get in the club, but then there was like a VIP area where Russell was DJing, and there was kind of a little area up there you could party up.
So you go, Russell, over here.
I didn't have to do that. I was lucky. I didn't even need the pass. It was pure luck. I finally find this place, and I walk to the door where I think you're supposed to go in, but as I'm walking into this weird parking lot beside the door, I see Russell pulling into a parking spot. His driver's pulling in, and Russell's just sitting in his car. He just got there exact same. I'm like, and we just looked at each other, and I'm like, dude. And I said to him, and it was perfect because I had 10 vinyl albums I wanted to give him.
Right.
There were like DJ albums, like
dance albums,
like remixes of songs from De La Soul, and stuff like that.
So what songs did you have?
Just the stuff that I found through the years here and there, like just like stuff like, I don't know, just mix albums, like stuff for literally DJs.
See, we all think that you have a big heart, but I think what you're doing is just shedding your garbage onto other people. You don't litter; you're just passing it on.
I'm
only kidding.
These are good albums.
Yeah,
I'm sure they are for DJing. They weren't good for me,
right?
But so I gave him.
I like De La Soul.
Well, De La Soul is great too. Yeah, who doesn't? And I gave him those albums, and he's like, "Hey, come in with me." So I just went in, and that was it. And I just hung out with him, and it was cool. It was good to see him. He got really drunk, and by the end, and it was cool.
Yeah. Where was the club?
In Toronto. I don't know, some club that I'll never go to again for the rest of my life.
Was it really clubby?
Oh God, it was
really
like I always
pretentious?
say. Yeah, it was like I always say, the thing about clubs is I always say that if I'm stuck in one for some reason, I always say, I look at all of this, I go, this is the reason why people get married. So they don't have to deal with this kind of stuff anymore.
Oh, I see.
Like guys are like, listen, I'll marry you, but as long as I don't have to go to these stupid clubs anymore, you know, it's like, I'm done. You know, it's like
really stuffy.
It's just, it's everything. It's like, you're just
really
like,
phony.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Did you have any interesting conversations with anybody at this?
How do you talk in a club? It's
I don't know. You normally,
hey, how you doing? Where are you from? That's great.
Want to continue talking?
Could you say that again? What? So what do you do for a living? Right?
What?
Like the music is not set up so there's chit chat. You know what I mean?
So you didn't have a chance, or is this how you talked to Russell?
Just briefly. I briefly talked to Russell here and there, and then like we talked more outside and when the club, and then he was leaving.
Right.
So that was kind of cool. It was like, some of my friends were there. It's like when they saw how Russell was kind of acting with me, they're like, "Oh my God, you really actually know him."
Oh, that's funny. Did he tell you what he's going to be up to lately, or?
He's here.
Work-wise?
He's I don't know what he's up to. I know he's around until Friday, and then I don't know where he's going after that. He said he'd call me or call him before Friday, but he's the worst for like
returning calls.
Yeah, I call him, and he's like, he doesn't reply to any of my calls. Like I said, when it's like, hey, call me this week. I'm like, is your number the same? He's like, yeah. It's like, what? So you were in Mississauga this week? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, why don't you reply to I text you. Why don't you reply? He's like, he says, I read them. I'm like, yeah, how's that helping me, man? If you read, that's great that you read them. It's like, you want to hang out? Yeah, you want to hang out? And then it's like, you don't reply. So how are we supposed to hang out?
Oh, that's funny. So did you go in the little VIP lobby?
Yeah, I was hanging out with him in the VIP lobby.
How much were drinks? I
heard they were like 10, like it was like 2 drinks came out to like $21 or something like that. Or
wow, I
wasn't drinking. I drove there. I was stone sober, man. Yeah,
that's kind of a funny stoned sober.
It's funny being stone sober. It's just interesting.
Well, you can get the whole effect without really being disillusioned by anything else, any alcohol or drugs or anything. You're looking at it straight faced and you're going, wow,
this sucks.
So did you stay right till 3 a.m.?
I stayed till about 4 a.m. Yeah.
Wow. So you endured 4 hours of that?
That was the worst. That's what.
So why did you stay so long?
Because I wanted to just have some FaceTime with my old buddy. That's what.
Right, gotcha.
That's what drives me crazy more than anything. It's like I used to hang out with the guy all the time. I used to be able to chit chat. I used to talk to him 2 or 3 times a week. You know what I mean? Like for years. I've known him for 15 years.
Right.
If not more now. So once he became famous, is now it's like whenever I get the chance to see him or where it is, he's cool. It's all cool, but it's like now it's like I have to wait 3 hours or so to have a 5-minute conversation with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's like,
I guess that's what popularity does to a person. Not even though it doesn't affect them personally, it kind of affects him.
He's still a nice guy. He's still
of course,
the same
he's always
guy.
going to be the same
it's just
guy.
I have to wait for all these other monkeys to talk to him.
Now you've become his girlfriend. I was waiting for you. I was there early.
I was there when no one knew who you were.
And how dare you forget me?
I'd rather deal with this. I'd rather deal with this than him. I'm still.
Well, I think we've dealt with this already on the phone or here. On the radio show.
I'd rather lose what I had than him not have what he has. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'd rather him be famous and I'd rather wait the 3 hours because I'm very happy for his success.
Right.
It's just, I'm me just being a whiny baby.
Well, I was just going to say, you relax.
I know.
A cup of warm milk. I'm pretty sure they would have had milk there.
I would have drank some milk.
You see?
Milk and perks would be great.
4:01 and change, folks. This is the time of the day when we hook up with our friend Rob Sweeney because he gives us the MP3 of the week.
Rob Sweeney.
Sweeney.
How is he doing?
He's doing fantastic. He's going to be in town
I know him
tonight.
personally, so I'd like to say, hey. Hey, dude.
Yeah, no, you guys are friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's coming in town tonight. We're rehearsing, and then he'll be here Saturday because we're playing.
I'm probably going to go to that show.
You should. It'll be good. Rob Sweeney today writes, "Hey Lou, prior to Chris Bell forming Big Star with Alex Chilton, Bell had spent some time in the recording studio with a band called Rock City. This song, Think It's Time to Say Goodbye, comes from those sessions recorded in Memphis back around 1970. And as I said at the beginning of the show, when I read a review about this record coming out, I had no idea that the band even existed. It's like, what the hell is this? How you get so shocked when you know so much about the lineage of a certain band, and then we found out about this band and all these recordings that were put out. And Rob Sweeney chooses one of these songs to be the MP3 of the week.
Perfect.
Hey?
Love it. I love all this information.
Are you good with information?
I'm good at listening to it.
Right, but how about storing it? Like, where does it stay in the Manolis storage units of your head?
Well, it depends. Like, if I take something in,
yeah,
then I
something
lose
else.
Something.
Right.
Like, I don't fuse. Like,
right.
If I had to remember that, all that what you just said, then I would not know what blue was anymore.
So basically, it's like farming with minimal acreage.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't know how to tie my shoes anymore.
I'm here to help you, buddy. Folks, this is the MP3 of the week, courtesy of our friend Rob Sweeney. 406 and change. You heard music there of Rock City. I think it's time to say goodbye. That is the MP3 of the week, courtesy of our friend, Rob Sweeney. On the line with me right now is the one and only Ginger St. James. Good afternoon, Ginger St. James.
Hi, Lou. Hey, folks. What's up?
What's up with you?
Oh, not much.
What are you doing today?
Just chilling out. I'm hanging out with my dog. I just got a dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
I got a dog, Lou. Well, he's a Chihuahua, so he's teeny.
Yeah.
My teeny little pal, and his name's Chico, and he likes to go busking with me. He'll sit on my guitar when I'm when I'm out playing on the street, so it's actually really helpful.
So, how long have you had him?
I've I think 2.5 weeks now, so he's very new to me.
Now, were you looking for a small dog particularly?
Oh, well, I was looking for a little pal. And actually, my friend Sean Brush, we all know Sean Brush, the Cricket Cowboy. He gave me a call saying his neighbor's daughter was looking to find a new home for her little wee man. So I came and met him, and now I have him.
How old is Chico?
Chico's like 1.5 years.
What's his favorite color?
Food.
Yeah, he likes to eat, eh?
Yeah. He's cute. He's like 3 pounds. Perfect for me.
Have you had dogs before? Have you cared for dogs before?
Well, not really. When I was younger, we had farm dogs, and Slim's got a couple dogs, but they're huge compared to this guy. So
right.
He's a new little guy.
Well, congratulations to the addition to your family, and congratulations
I'd spread the word.
And congratulations to the release of Diesel and Peas.
Thank you.
Is this your second official release or your third?
This is our third official release.
It is your third official release. Wow.
First we had Spank, Sparkle, and Growl in 2010.
Yep.
And that took home Hamilton Music Award for Best Alt Country Recording of the Year. And then we had Tease, which was an EP.
Yeah.
Which a few of the songs are included on this release. Mm-hmm.
I forgot about Tease. You're right. So this is your third release. Recorded in Oakville?
Yes, at River 16 Studios.
Who'd you work with?
The studio is owned by Robert Lackey, and we had the opportunity to work with Steve Kirstein, who is the in-house studio engineer. He is simply fantastic. He's got, he's a young kid. He's really eager. He's got great ears. He's a graduate from Metalworks Studio, so we got to work with him. As well, Snow Hill Slim produced the record and, had the old crew together. So we had Briscoe, of course, playing keys all over the place. Pete Sisk played bass on a few tunes, as well as Daryl Lascelles, who was a previous member of the band that we lost, unfortunately, because he had to move to Edmonton.
And he was also in the Vanishers, too, right?
Yes, he was, yes. Great guy. And we also had Andre Tellier playing on the drums, and myself and Snow Hill Slim on the record.
How many songs altogether?
There's 11.
So
there's 11 tracks.
A full-length record.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny, like, when I was reading Rick's article last week, you started, like, in, 2001? Not so much started, but, like, really kind of working the scene, working the music scene here in Hamilton, like 2001?
I know. It seems so long ago.
But yet it doesn't seem so long because you've been so busy. Like, you've always been really busy with all sorts of different projects. You've done the burlesque show, you've done fashion shows, you do your rock and roll shows. Mm-hmm. You're just very lucky to be able to experience all of it, because you see a lot of people won't have that sort of ability to transform from one into another. And in fact, you're really not transforming. You're basically being the same girl. So you're very lucky that you've got that sort of chameleon-like, quality that allows you the opportunities just to do this. Acting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's acting totally too. I don't know. I feel it's just a different chapter.
You're like a variety show.
Come around. Yeah, it is a variety show. It's like, why not? Why can't
it's good.
Do what I want? It keeps me refreshed, anyways, and keeps me going. So, I mean, I didn't realize. I mean, no, I guess it doesn't feel that long ago. But when I read it, like the 2001. Oh my goodness, I was just, a kid, right? I still feel like a kid. I am still a kid.
You are a kid. But I mean, it's amazing that you've been so involved, like, with so many things. And when you look at it, like, it's time that you really haven't wasted, or, you spent very well. You've been really active in doing all sorts of things, not so much, not only in music, but in, like I said, in acting and in the burlesque and the fashion things. So it's good to see that you've been just so involved in a lot of different things, but it's all worked out for you too, because I think, you've developed this persona that can sort of cross all sorts of different lines. Yeah,
I mean, I think it was just all, either inherited. Like, I mean, definitely a lot of it was inherited. And I mean, I think it just comes out as I grow as an artist, or, get older as a person. All these aspects of me are genuine. And I guess it just takes the right time to, to be able to listen to yourself, to be like, oh, yeah, that there is that part of me. And I never want to keep anything back, or hold back from myself, or hold back from, my audience. I want to continually entertain people, and, just kind of, I guess, rebirth without intentionally doing it. It's just, there's so many elements to me that, I mean, have been embedded since I was a kid. So I'm happy that I'm able to do that all the time.
From those four areas that we talked about, would you say that you enjoy music the most out of those four, or would you say that it's another sort of art form that you prefer more than music?
I mean, music, definitely. I'm glad I found that path. At the time when I began performing publicly, in 2001
Do you remember your first show?
My first show,
like your very first official legit Ginger St. James show?
Yeah, it was. It was at the Rivoli in Toronto, as part of the Les Coquettes burlesque, and all my family came, and they were all sitting in the front row to support me, and unbeknownst to my brother, that I would be doing a striptease while singing. So that was quite embarrassing for him. However,
how old was your brother?
He's 10 years older than me, so I would have been 21. He would have been 31.
Right, okay.
But luckily, there was a lot of lovely ladies there to distract him from the fact that his little sister was, kind of doing the little...
Was that difficult for you, knowing that your family was there?
No.
It wasn't? Okay.
No,
wow.
No, it kind of, I'm like, oh, God, like, they're there, but what am I going to do? I still have to put on the best act I can for everybody else who came out.
Right. Well, I mean, that's pretty amazing to be so focused like that, because, I think some people, it may distract their focus a bit, knowing that their family is looking at them, right?
Right.
But the show must go on.
That's true. Nothing goes wrong on stage. I learned that too. And
nothing goes wrong on stage?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that do go wrong on stage, but I mean, as far as the audience is concerned, your band can, kind of F up things. Or, for instance, that performance that happened, I don't know if you remember, Absence, from the Blackbird Studios when the whole power went out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, what do we do with this?
Yeah, I remember that.
Instead of everybody just panicking, I'm just like, let's just keep you entertained. And, because really the entertainers are...
Thank you for reminding me about that night, because you know what, that was like, I think now that I think about it, that was like a really, really great night, because you did really maintain everybody's attention during that whole sort of freaky moment where it seemed like the whole block had lost power or something.
Right.
And all of a sudden, there's all these people that were waiting to see a fashion show, and there are only a few lights that were on because of the ones that were on battery pack, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
There's a few that were on that just allowed enough light to illuminate the room. And sure enough, you more or less held it together. That was really good.
I just feel as an entertainer, so I am a singer-songwriter too, but I enjoy, my fuel comes from, entertaining people. So, you're kind of like the Wizard of Oz, like behind the curtain, right? It's like, never mind that man behind the, the black curtain. Nothing's wrong here. Everything's fine,
Right.
So, really, my job is to keep everybody entertained. And I feel when people go out to see a show or even the movies, it's sort of going to be a little polite distraction from their daily lives. And, why don't they deserve the best, whether or not, your guitar's out of tune or your mic's not working or your amp's busted. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. And the audience isn't going to know unless you say, hey guys, we can't play our set because our shit's busted. And, the show must go on, right?
You got it.
So that's sort of what's kept me going. It's like, well, how can I keep the show going on, right?
That's a good quality to have. It's a great quality to have, especially in an industry that's always so pressuring, right? They're always expecting something. So you're very, very lucky, and we're very lucky to be able to have that in you. You played Peterborough a while ago, and Briscoe was playing in the band with you. He left a table of people to get up on stage, and a few minutes later, this brawl started at that table. Do you know what Briscoe said that started that brawl?
I don't know.
Do you know the night I'm talking about?
I totally do, and I excused myself to go to the ladies' room because I could feel the tension. I don't know what happened. But
did Briscoe was Briscoe the one that stirred it up?
I don't think so. We could pretend. I could certainly. If that's what you want to hear, I could.
No, I was just kind of curious if he's the one, because I just found it so funny that the moment he went up on stage and all of a sudden this little fight happened amongst the table.
Oh, Lou. No, but oh my gosh, it was totally a memorable night, and I don't know whether or not Briscoe had anything to do with it. It could be possible. I excused myself to the bathroom immediately when we got in there. It was 4 PM. It was kind of like a Legion crowd. Everybody was day drunk. It was friggin' freezing.
Day drunk?
Day drunk. It was -20. It's 4:00, and it was sort of like a Legion setting. And I'm just like, hey, I'm sort of not digging, the vibe in here. I'm just going to go get ready in the bathroom. I go into the bathroom, and I'm getting ready, and there's this woman who came in blind drunk, basically she needed Braille to be able to function that evening, and she fell into the stall. She fell into the stall. She's cursing at me. She's everything, and I'm like, oh my, this isn't really good. So now I might just decide to leave the bathroom. And as soon as I left the bathroom, I go out there. There's chairs flying, OPPs there. People are fighting. Needless to say, it wasn't really good for our show. As I said, it was 4 PM, and Peterborough, the Peterborough SWAT team's basically there. There's 12 cop cars in the parking lot. But the shows are never dull when Briscoe's around. I have to say that. So,
well, you see,
he inadvertently creates these things, I feel.
Well, maybe it'd be best if we just pretend that he's the one that caused it, because it seems like such a mythology, and of course he hasn't really been flat out honest with me and tell me if he was or wasn't. So I think I've heard 2 versions of the story now.
Well, I'm not even certain. I was there, but I wasn't there. Maybe somebody else, Slim or somebody, could answer that question. But basically, long story short, after the 12 cop cars came there, blocked off the parking lot, and was arresting people, and towing their cars. I think the whole night we just played to each other. And that was pretty much it. But, I mean, it was a blast. But certainly, I mean,
well, you know what?
There's tons of stories. Briscoe, we'll just blame it on Briscoe.
That's a good motto to have, though. The show must go on.
Right. Or B.O.B., blame it on Briscoe.
Blame it on Briscoe is a funny one, too.
Yeah.
You're playing live this weekend at the Binbrook Fair, your hometown?
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited.
Yeah, the Binbrook Fair has been going on for how many years? It's like
it's 160 years this year.
How many?
160 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I thought I did read it, and I was kind of astounded. I was like, wow, but I didn't realize. I thought maybe it was like an error, or realizing that 160 years.
Yeah, actually, the Binbrook Agricultural Society, the BAS, was founded in 1815, and that's not when the fair started, of course, but certainly these group of people have been, deciding how things go along with the community when Binbrook was actually its own town and not amalgamated with the city of Hamilton. So it's really cool. It's funny to watch to me because now Binbrook's become sort of a suburban area, which I'm not happy with, but whatever. It's going to happen. There's traffic circles and a friggin' Tim Hortons. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got cut off by a BMW like 2 years ago.
Oh, times are changing.
I'm like, no. So anyway, it's a great way to show our roots, especially to the newcomers here. Tractor pulls, lawnmower races. There's judging of cattle. There's livestock, ducks, chickens and all that stuff.
How do you judge cattle? I mean, it's basically a beauty show, isn't it? Like it's not really so much a talent show. But it'd be funny if they could actually do tricks, or if they could do little pet tricks. That'd be kind of funny.
If I had a cow, my cow would do tricks, and my cow would win. It would be the talent show, the Cowant show. How about that?
The Cowant show.
The Cowant show.
That's funny. I love the fact that you're a small town girl.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been around. I lived in Toronto for a bit, lived in Hamilton for a bit. I do love the cities, but I feel, after a while of being on the road and trying out new places to live, that this is really, this is home. Home is where the heart is, and I wouldn't give up, the smell every morning of pig manure, really, which can be kind of pungent sometimes to, the car horns of the city or the, listening to, kind of neighbors yell at each other. So there's definitely serenity here.
Well, the thing is that you're also really much in tune to what's going on with your, you're obviously concerned about the Tim Hortons being built at the corner.
Lou, they can't even order me a freaking decaf coffee. Yes, I am. I'm going to rant about it. I was boycotting it for the longest time. I'm like, I'm going to go to the Tim Hortons in Ephrata, like my dad does. I'm not going to the Binbrook Tim Hortons. And then I go there. I'm like, well, it's 2 minutes away. I'll just go. And I go through the drive-thru. I'm like, hi, can I please have, a medium decaf coffee? They're like, we'll just have to, brew some. It's going to take about 4 minutes. And I'm like, okay. I thought Tim Hortons was like always fresh, So finally, about 4 times later, I actually go into the store because I'm like, forget it. I'm not first of all, I'm not holding up the line in the drive-thru. And second of all, you're Tim Hortons. Get it right, And I go in and I'm like, hi. I talk to the manager. I'm like, hi there. Just to bring it up to you, I come here often now. I did. And, I was wondering how come it takes so long for decaf coffee. He told me if you want decaf coffee, you should call ahead. I'm like, you're Tim Hortons. There's no phoning ahead. There's no pizza. I don't call in advance.
But that is kind of beautiful the way that's the way they have Tim Hortons coffee in Binbrook. You call in advance.
You call ahead. Yeah, amen.
That's so funny. What time are you on?
What time am I on at the
this
fair?
weekend? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, Thursday night. I'd like to point this out. Thursday night we're playing in Oakville at the Moonshine Cafe.
Oh, cool.
Which is in Oakville. So that starts at 9:00. There's a bevy of special guests there. And at the Binbrook Fair on Saturday night we start at 6:00. We're an hour before the Demolition Derby starts, the world-famous Demolition Derby. We actually play on a hay wagon in front of the grandstands, right behind where the action's going to take, where the cars smash up each other. So we're at 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock on Friday night. Saturday, during the afternoon, I'm going to be there hosting the Binbrook Idol. So if anybody has any kids who want to participate, that's going to be happening from 1 till 4, and you can visit the binbrookfair.org to find out how you can register for that, and that's 1 till 4. There's cash prizes, and then we'll be following that up with a performance again at 6 o'clock till about 7:45, same place, hay wagon in front of the grandstands before the Demolition Derby on Saturday. Incredibly excited.
Yeah, congrats. I think that's great that, a week before you're playing a club in downtown Hamilton, and a week later you're playing a Binbrook Fair.
I know.
On a haystack.
It's true, and it's hard because it contradicts our Supercrawl. It falls on the same weekend, unfortunately, but I certainly couldn't turn down playing the Binbrook Fair. I mean, I went there as a kid. I've been there my whole life, and my cousins, they show cattle there, and my uncle does the tractor pull, so I have more reason to be there. I love Hamilton, but the Binbrook Fair is where it's at for me. And,
you always have to follow your heart.
Anyone who wants to come down, there's a midway. There's all sorts of events. So,
Well, keep following
from
your heart,
town to small
Ginger.
Town, right?
You got it. We're going to play a song from your newest record, Diesel and Peas, a song called Zipper. If you want to tell us a little bit about this as we say goodbye to you.
Oh, well, Zipper actually came, there was a line, my friend Paul Anthony, who plays, he's in the Johnny Cash tribute show called Canada's Ultimate Johnny Cash Tribute. I was over, pardon me?
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Sorry. I don't know, he was, being OCD and playing with a zipper on a pencil case, and his wife's like, can you stop that? And he's like, what, you don't like the sound of a zipper coming down? And I'm like, oh, that's the best line I've ever heard. So
wow.
As Sam and I were driving in the car listening to New Country, which we from time to time like to make fun of, I actually had a parody going on, with this big old accent, and it actually turned out to a song, which we ended up recording. So there you go. Zipper is my take on a turnaround sort of perspective of a woman hitting on a man, and kind of the stuff that I have heard over the years as a pickup line when I'm out.
Wow. Have fun this weekend, and congratulations on your new record.
Thanks, Lou. Thanks for having me. It was super great to talk to you. Say hi to Ben and Manolis and everybody there.
I will. Enjoy the rest of your day and have fun this weekend, okay?
Likewise.
Here's music from Ginger St. James on 93.3 CFMU.
Bye-bye.
.3 CFMU. There you have it. Music from Ginger St. James from her latest record, Diesel and Peas. You can see her this weekend participating all over the place at the Binbrook Fair. That's
how many years?
160 years.
It's amazing.
I know.
Same organizer the whole time?
Yeah, that same farmer. Going to come back to my farm this year? How's your daughters doing? Are they still in that band?
You always hear those old things they talk about Woodstock, about how all the bands that were said no to it, and all the bands they that passed on it. It's and then not knowing it was going to be as big as it was.
Yeah. Ooh, let's not talk about Woodstock. Let's talk about your new car.
What's up?
Folks, the Harbor Diner, you may have seen it on the Food Networks. You got to eat. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, with breakfast until 3 p.m. on Sunday. Visit theharbordiner.com for a full listing of their hours, menus, and daily features. We're just down the road from Supercrawl. Why not stop in for Hamilton's best home-cooked meal while you're at the festival? The Harbor Diner, 486 James Street North in Hamilton. That's called taking care of business, Manolis.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
have you been there, the Harbor Diner?
No, I haven't. I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. So you won't go to those kind of places?
There's a lot of things you don't do when you don't have a girlfriend. One isn't go to dinners.
By yourself?
Well, yeah. You wouldn't go by yourself.
We've gone out for dinner, though.
Yeah, but we had dudes hanging out, and you take me to weird places.
Yeah.
Hey, try this soup that you're going to hate. Remember that soup?
Yeah, you didn't give it a chance.
No, my mouth didn't like the taste.
You didn't give it a chance.
So I should have override the taste and go, no, Lou says it's good.
Where was this? I'm trying to think of where.
I
remember the place. Yeah, that soup was delicious.
The soup, no, it was a bad pick. You picked me a bad soup.
And then you didn't like.
I would if that was a real date, I wouldn't have put out because of that soup.
Yeah, the soup.
He was like, "Sorry, buddy."
Do you like soup to begin with?
I like soup, but not the soup you picked.
Wow.
I would have totally.
What was your favorite can of soup when you opened up a can of soup? What was your favorite can?
I like mushroom soup.
Yeah.
I love mushroom soup.
Yeah.
And or chicken
Do you
noodle.
use cream of mushroom soup to kind of base, like sometimes you can use it as an additive as you're cooking other things?
Yeah, that too. It's always mushroom soup is just too delicious.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever let the what do you call it? Crackers just kind of soak and wafer until they get really sort of soggy and then scoop it?
There's a fine line. You can't just wait too long because then it's just.
Yeah. We're talking about the fine line.
I love it. Yeah. It's perfect.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's good soup?
Even that's good soup. Even crackers in there, I like crackers too.
Yeah.
Crackers are delicious.
What's your favorite kind of cracker, Manol?
Just, I don't know, is there more than one? Just one cracker? That red box cracker one.
There's other kinds of crackers too, though.
Well, all those can go to hell.
Said Manolis. You going to take part in Supercrawl at all this year?
Yeah, I guess so. It starts when?
Well, actually,
Friday?
Thursday night is the official. Well, I shouldn't say official start because there's the official show that kind of launches it off is at the Studio Theater with a Tribe Called Red, and then Rich Acoin is playing our place, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's like big time street party.
So I'm recording a Girls Night Out podcast episode on Friday at 5:00.
Why don't you do it on the street?
No, it'll be too noisy.
Oh, you guys are so silly.
Oh,
take it out on the street. Come on. You should do a podcast on the street. I'm being completely serious. Don't sit in a room. You've got the whole
world's out there.
The whole world's waiting for you on James Street North, man.
All right. If you come, I'll do it.
I'll be. You know what? I'll be here all weekend.
Okay. And then after that, I might, partake in.
Tiny Talent Time started last week. Did you see the first episode?
No. What is this about? There's some winners are performing at Super whatever crawl.
No. This is completely separate. This is a TV show that used to happen in Hamilton years ago, which you'd probably remember, called Tiny Talent Time.
I think so. Yeah.
When you were a little kid, didn't you ever watch it? It was other kids that were performing on TV.
I can't remember it. Yeah.
Okay. So now they brought it back.
All right.
And our Sandeep Bhandari, the station manager of CFMU, actually wrote the music.
That's cool
for the show.
Do you have a kid in there or something?
No, I think he just had a good theme.
I was 12 years old. I was on a TV show, the first TV experience.
Really?
It was called Greek. The show was called Greek Talent. I think it was on Cable 14. And I was Greek and I had talent.
You were, and you're not Greek anymore, though, right? You were. I was Greek.
I'm still Greek. Now I have no talent, but the talent I had. You want to know
what was your talent?
It wasn't even my idea. They found out about it through my dad. They contacted my dad and were like, "We want him on the show. We have to have him on the show." I'm like, "What? You know what I had to do?
What?
I rode a unicycle for 5 minutes." Because I had a unicycle and I could ride it. I learned how to ride a unicycle. Because my dad, I mentioned, this is my dad, that's crazy, right? Because I didn't really want a unicycle. I just mentioned how I thought it'd be cool to have a unicycle. So next Christmas, my dad buys me a unicycle.
Right.
Right? I still own this unicycle. My nephew has it now. And so I learned how to ride it. I can still ride it. Fine. So I wrote this song. You know that song? We got the beat.
Yeah, the Go-Go's.
Yeah, that song.
You wrote the song to that?
Yeah. I think it was that song.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, I think so. I think it was that song. And so I wrote it for 5 minutes. And then the guy asked me a bunch of questions.
What questions did he ask?
So how long have you been riding unicycles? I'm like, about a year.
Were you nervous?
Not too nervous. I was more nervous about talking to the guy afterwards because it's like...
Did you fall off the unicycle at all? Or
my foot hit the ground once. I didn't fall off. I just stopped once because I had to ride it. Like, see the size of this room?
Yeah.
That's all I had to ride the unicycle. It wasn't like I was outside. So I was in it for 5 minutes. 2 cameras are on me while I was like, we got the beep, everybody, round and round and round. Woo!
Oh my God.
And I'm just riding in a room in a circle doing nothing. Oh. But that hard part was like trying to talk to the guy afterwards because he's like talking to me like I'm some sort of unicycle expert. Like I knew the history of unicycles or something. I'm like, I have one. That's it.
Did anybody keep a videotape of this?
I wish I could. I don't even know. I wish I could get my hands on that.
You know what? Why don't you call them?
Cable 14?
They probably still have it.
Yeah, they probably do, actually.
Folks, here's the music from the Cramps on 93.3 CFMU. That's classic, man. 93.3 CFMU, music there from Robert Pollard from Waved Out in a song called Just Say the Word. And before that, you heard The Cramps by special request from Big Beat from Badsville, a song called God Monster. Did you like that song, Manolis?
Yeah, I did. I liked it. I enjoyed
it. Was great. I noticed you were kind of rocking a bit.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you got a new car.
Yes. I know. I was on the Price is Right. I betted $1.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. And then you moved to the next level.
I said one loony. I said a loony. I'm like, what?
And you won both showcases.
Both.
Yeah. Both used cars.
I can't watch those shows.
No?
No, any of them.
Well, how come?
Because I get upset when I see... Because people lose money. I can't handle it. It bothers me.
Well, they don't have money. It's not their money that they're losing.
If they had it and then it's gone.
Oh, I see. But they never really had it.
I know, but still, they could have had it, and that upsets me. I don't know why, but I'm not even upset for me. I'm upset
for them.
Yeah, I'm upset for strangers.
You have children. You could have stopped that $12,000.
Right? I'd be like, listen, can we just split the showcase?
That's funny.
I would do that. I'd be like, hey, dude, listen, this way we both win, man. This is worth about $40,000. We just split it right down the middle. It's $20,000 each. We're both good. We're laughing, man. I'd do that.
You should be a game show host.
I guess so. Why not? I'd do anything.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have no scruples?
Scruples?
Or morals?
Morals? No, as long as it was cool. As long as it was cool, I guess.
How about if you had to wear a purple suit?
I like purple.
Oh, okay. So you got the job.
Okay.
That'd be the right answer.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to dig up this unicycle footage.
As long as I can ride a unicycle with a bow tie and a purple suit.
Yeah.
And it's got to be cheesy, the suit, and I'll do the talk show.
Have you ever worn a one-piece Elvis jumpsuit?
Yeah, I have. Actually, yeah, I have. I have a picture. I can prove it.
What, you're impersonating Elvis, or you just went to school one day?
I had to do a thing with Cable 14. There's this guy.
Wow, you and Cable 14, man.
I haven't done anything with them for a while, but the one thing I did was I had to go out with an impersonating Elvis dude, and we just had to talk to people on the street as Elvis. People love Elvis.
Yeah, for sure.
They love him so much that
even if a guy's doing a real crappy job impersonating him?
If two losers are walking downtown the streets of Hamilton dressed up as Elvis,
yeah,
that's great. People love you. They love you.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. People were so nice to me. I was considering just dressing up as Elvis forever.
Wow, that's a great direction to take in life.
Just be Elvis every day.
Elvis for every day for the rest of your life.
Can't sing, don't know the songs that well, but it doesn't matter.
Did you slick back your hair?
Yeah, did everything. Did everything, man. I was at one bodysuit. It was like this white with rubies on it.
Did you do the posture too?
Yeah, I did it all, man. Did you? It was very silly.
I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see it too.
Who's got a picture?
I have the picture. The video I never got around to putting up.
You know what? You should spend a day going through the libraries of Cable 14 and get that picture of you on the unicycle.
We got him as 12-year-old, and we got him as Elvis.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
He's our boy.
Who is this guy?
He's our boy. He's our star.
Yeah.
You're you're that little kid.
Yeah.
You're the Ron Howard of Cable 14.
It's so funny.
You're the Opie.
I've been places, man. I've been to some sort of like say I've been at the exhibition and I'll see like a guy like maybe works there and like he'll ride.
I've been places, man. I've been places.
A guy will ride by on a unicycle and I just go, yeah, like that's what I do. Like I like big deal. I can do that. You know, like it doesn't even impress me because I'm just it's the only thing.
Yeah, and you've also got TV experience.
Oh yeah, I'm a child.
You're a child prodigy.
I'm a childhood star. I'm a star. There should be a movie like the Pinball Wizard, the unicycle
Manolis.
Weirdo.
We're gonna take care of playing another request here. Someone requested recently some music from Nick Lowe from Jesus.
You're so bad. You're so bad.
93.3 CFMU, music there from The Outsiders from 1966 out of Holland, and a song called You Mistreat Me. And before that, you heard Nick Lowe from either Pure Pop for... Okay, you know what? This record has always had these two titles. It was either the Jesus of Cool or Pure Pop for Now People. I always thought Jesus of Cool was kind of a cooler title for it.
Cool, that sounds... I like that name.
Jesus of Cool?
Yeah.
We'll stick with that. Song called Music for Money. 4:55 almost. Holy smokes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you've only been here for an hour and a bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But congratulations on your new car.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Are you going to give it a name?
I'm going to call it the Molinaro Mobile.
Oh, that's a good one. MM.
Yeah.
M squared.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You want to be the first one to kiss someone in the car?
Does it have to be you?
Yes.
What are you doing this weekend? Are you performing anywhere?
Just like I'm doing the Girls Night Out podcast on
the
Friday on the streets.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, I'm doing Yuck Yucks tonight with Patrick Coppolino. With Mace, I think is going to be there. Goloni and Gavin Stevens is going to be there. Yuck Yucks amateur night starts at 9. It'll be a fun night. It's a great show. $3.50 to get in.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday. And that's it. That's pretty well. And probably go check your band out on Saturday
afternoon.
2:30?
2:45. But if you're there at 2:30, that means you won't miss a beat.
All right.
Yeah.
2:45 I'll go see you.
Go to supercrawl.ca for all your information, folks. There's tons of stuff that's happening, so make sure you take it all in. It's free. As I mentioned, there's a couple of advanced shows that are happening. Rich Aucoin is playing the Saint on Friday night or on Thursday night. On the same night, a Tribe Called Red is going to be at the Studio Theater on King Street, and then there's a spill off of all sorts of stuff happening all over the place. B.A. Johnson's at our place again on Friday night, and the fundraiser for the Maggie's Awards is happening at the St. Hollywood on Saturday as well. Saturday evening with the Human Orchestra, Billy Moon, No King for Countrymen, and Quails in the Nest. Those four bands are going to be participating in the fundraiser. So here's what you do. You check out your Hamilton Spectator. Tomorrow there's going to be a Supercrawl edition that's going to give you all the heads up on everything that's happening. Rick Taylor takes care of it on through his Hamilton Music Notes on View Magazine. Jamie Smith at gunnersmith.ca and iHeart Hamilton as well, their blog that will give you all the up-to-dates on all the cool things happening in your city of Hamilton. Time for one song left, folks. Here's some music from David Bowie, special request. See you at the shows.
Pack up and rest our